Good morning everyone, Piotr speaking. Welcome to my weekly Forex analysis. Let's start with Euro USD. That's the monthly chart. Currently on the monthly chart we've got a green candle. The market broke above those highs. I talked about it last week. Okay, so it was a crucial area for the market and it looks like it has already broken. I do not rule out that we will have a correction and a kind of retesting of those lower levels here, but at the end of the day we will have most probably this right arm of this butterfly pattern completed, I guess by maybe end of May, June, July. I guess this should be the market should be in this area. Good, let's go to the weekly. On the weekly there is a green candle and those were those highs which were broken last week. We had a very nice trade setup last week for a long position and I'd like to talk a little bit about it just in order to make sure you understand it and you prepare yourself well for this trade setup. Let me show you some of my comments on the Google Plus, on my Google profile, because I prepare my subscribers for the upcoming trade setups, and there were a few information regarding Euro USD. I will refer only to this one. So it was on the 6th of March, but I've shown something already here around this level here. Okay, so I had a nice resistance line. This is the one point. Another point, I was waiting for the market. Okay, I was not rushing myself and the others, of course. And this is quite important because in this area, for example, this formation here may look like engulfing and may look like a strong reversal pattern. Okay, but if you check it on the on the real market, then this is this situation here in this area. This was on Monday. Okay, and Mondays are usually a bit slower. Okay, so you must be really careful about on Mondays. I usually do not open positions on Monday, and if so, I do it in the afternoon. I must have a really strong trade setup in order to enter on a Monday in the morning. Okay, so that was too early. Okay, the market went to the downside and then started reversing. Okay, we had the first reversal and then I sent you a long trade for this position, which worked nice, very well. So hit the take profit, and after that I was still waiting for a longer correction to complete this correction. Yeah, and the market was reacting at this 61.80 level. Very typical for a second wave correction. And then the market broke on that candle through this resistance line. Okay, this is the resistance line, and the market broke at 7 a.m. CET through this line. Okay, and this was a trade setup. So what is important for you and what I like you to remember, so just do not rush yourself. Okay, you have to wait for a perfect trade setup. This is a very important issue because otherwise you may enter too early into a position. This was also a nice trade setup. Okay, this candle broke strongly through this resistance line. Okay, but because of that strong break, I waited and sent you a buy limit order. Okay, so I waited and this buy limit order was triggered and the market did a 1-to-1 move. And this is also a point because I made only 1-to-1, yeah, or the market was not able to make more because it wasn't mature yet. Okay, so this was one of the first trade setups based on this situation here, but it wasn't that strong yet. Okay, so this was still a part of a correction. Okay, so sometimes it's important to make profits earlier, okay, like 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, just in order to make sure you take your profits, because otherwise you may be thrown out of this position here at that low. Okay, and imagine you would not move your stop loss to the break-even point, so you would be thrown out of this position with a stop loss like 10 pips or 5 pips. Okay, so by 1 or 2 pips you may be thrown out, so sometimes it's not comfortable. Okay, good. But then the market went strongly to the upside, and let me show you the situation on a daily. So that's the daily chart, and I've got a count on a daily. We had a 4th corrective wave completed here in this area, and this 5th wave started. And the 5th wave, I talk about this 5th wave all the time long, and this is this 5th wave developing. Okay, the 5th wave developing, and in the last week we had this situation like 1 and 2, and the market did this 1 and 2 and started the 3rd wave to the upside, and this 3rd wave looks like it's 1 and 2. There is then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the market completed its part of the 3rd move in this area. I expect the market to make a correction in this area and to complete the whole 3rd wave as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there might be a chance for a long position as well this week. After this correction is completed, because this is a part of a correction, I guess. Okay, and after that we will have a correction which goes with this 2nd wave correction. Okay, because we've got a red 1 and 2, we will have a red 3, and then we need a red 4, and then another move to the upside as a 5. So this is pretty much how it's going. And on this 3 hours chart, I guess I showed it last week. So we had a 1 and 2 based on this count here. Based on this count here, we had a 1 and 2, and this 3rd wave as a 261.80. So you can see that the market has reacted very precisely to that level. This 3rd wave, I don't think it's a 3rd wave. The market has reacted to that level, but it's not a it's not a 3rd, because I guess we had the bigger 3rd a bit earlier in this area. Then we had a 4, and this is 1 and 2, 3. This is this red 1 and 2, of course, 1 and 2, and this is the 1 and 2, and this is the 3rd wave. Okay, 3rd wave being completed at the moment. Okay, so coming back to the weekly, so we've got a green candle on the weekly chart. We are above the Bollinger Middle Band, so that should give you at least one good trade setup for a long position in the coming week. Good. So that was the USD Japanese Euro USD, Great Britain Pound. This is a doji at the moment on the monthly chart, but the month has just started, so there is not much to talk about it. Weekly, on the weekly situation, 2 points. We've got the doji, so kind of indecision, weakening, I guess, and the previous candle was not able to reach those highs. Okay, so there was a certain weakness in this green candle, but it was a green candle. Okay, so I said last week that I may be looking for a short trade setup. Okay, and there was a candle which broke through a support line, but because of this green candle on the weekly, I left it. Okay, because it was against the weekly candle. Okay, so this is an example how you should not trade certain trade setups. Okay, you just leave them because they are not perfect. This is not the perfect trade setup. It is a trade setup, but this is not the perfect one. Okay, and even if you have entered into such a position, you should realize that, okay, it's not the right one, so I have to get out of this position. Okay, good. Yeah, there is another point. Sometimes you ask questions regarding preparing for a trade setups, and this is really important, because let me show you what I have published regarding this Great Britain Pound USD. Okay, on the 6th of March, I guess it was in the morning. Okay, I have shown this this photo, this chart, and I was expecting a butterfly to complete in this area. So I was looking for this short position, but I had in my mind, okay, there is a green candle on the weekly, so I have to be careful, and the market may do something else in order to before it will start falling down. Okay, so this is that point, and later that day I have shown this chart, okay, indicating, okay, there is an area where the market may reverse. Okay, we had an 88.60 level regarding this length. Okay, so that's the retracement for this move. So the market may reverse in this around this area. There is an A, B, and a C for a kind of corrective wave, because I still think that this is all the time a corrective move. It's not an impulse, and the market may do something at this area. And if you go to the chart, you can see that this right arm was a bit longer, and the market reacted and respected this area. Okay, so this is how you can use my comments, which I do all the time. If I have a perfect trade, if I have a perfect situation, I send a comment on this Google Plus profile, just in order to help you to prepare for the coming signals. Good. We had a break through a support line, okay, which has already happened, but then we had this Bollinger Middle Band, so the market had some issues around this area. This was a Friday afternoon, so it was not a good time for a trade, in my opinion. But I guess we may have a nice short trade this week. Okay. So this should get ready and get mature, and I will have a short trade, most probably this week. Let's hope so. Good. So this is pretty much the most important stuff. Of course, maybe one more sentence. Let me show you the 2 days chart. This was an A, I guess. This is a big B, and we may have a big C. Okay, and this is what I'm showing and what I'm expecting actually on this 3 hours chart. Okay, I had this A, most probably B, and this should be a big C to the downside. And this, if it's right, this will be a very nice analysis, because I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. So it looks like it may end up like that. Okay. Good. So this is the Great Britain Pound USD. Let's check the gold market. Here on the gold, this is the monthly candle, the 3 days chart. Okay, it looks like we are having some issues in this area. And if you check the 12 hours chart, I have already marked 2 areas. The market respected those levels here. Okay, and this is a strong reversal signal. Green candle, doji, and a red candle, doji evening star. Okay, and this is a reversal signal. And at the same time, we have a 1 and 2, most probably. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this count, to be honest with you. Okay, but I will check it once more, and then maybe I will publish something on the Google Plus. But it looks like we may have a correction in this area before the market will start and make another move to the upside. But the most important stuff, or the question I'm asking myself, is whether we have. Let me show you the weekly chart. 1 second. Yeah, that's the monthly. Yeah, asking myself whether we had an A, B, and this is a part of a fourth corrective wave as a C. Okay, so this movement, this should be a 5 waves movement. Okay, and whether this is then a completed fourth corrective wave, and then we'll have another 5 to downside, and this MACD indicator may indicate it because it broke below the zero line, yeah, and if it happens, it usually make another low. Okay, so there might be another move to the downside, maybe to meet this moving average 100. Okay, to meet those levels. As you can see, even this FIBO 161 was not reached. So the market may try to complete those. And this one, okay, that's the red one. Okay, that's the red one. That's the length of a first wave placed at the top, the extreme of the fourth corrective wave. So either the fourth is here or was here, and if it was here, that should be a 5 waves move to the downside. It was a 5 wave move to the downside here, but it has reacted like a B wave for a B, and a C. So I still think that we may have another move to the downside. Okay, good. So that was pretty much the stuff regarding Euro and Great Britain Pound and gold, and I will switch to the Japanese yen pairs right now, and I will continue this analysis. Okay, Great Britain Pound, Japanese yen right now, and again, this was shown on Friday, last Friday, on the 7th of March in the morning, before 7 a.m. And I've shown you where the market may react, okay, where the market may reverse. There was some level 61.80 or FIBO 100. And I had a question from a subscriber late afternoon on Friday, where he should take profits of his long trade. He had entered into a long position based on my charts, based on my analysis here at the bottom. Okay, and then I asked him, okay, I have published this in the morning, so how are you using this? How make you use for yourself from that? Okay, I've shown you how it may develop and why you're not taking profits around those levels. Because if you go to this to the real market, you can see how precisely the market has respected this FIBO 100. Okay, it was very, very accurate for the market to reverse in this area. Okay, so if you have a long position and the market is developing, so do not expect that the market will go up to the sky, because it will not. Okay, it needs corrections. Okay, and if you want to take profits based on your trade, just do it. Very, very simple, and use this kind of information if you want to use this kind of information to take profits. Okay, and yeah, let's check the 3 hours right now, because I'm expecting on the 3 hours chart. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on this 3 hour chart right now, because I'm having a few alternative counts for that, but let's start with the first, most probably 1 and 2, and this is 261.80, and the market has reacted very precisely to that level. But based on that, I guess we had, I'm sure 1 and 2, and there was another 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was the third five waves impulse as a third wave of a third wave. Then we have a 4 and 5 to complete the structure. Okay, and I will switch to the 1 hour now, and I have it on the 1 hour as well. So this is 1 second. Okay, so this is this 1 and 2. This is 260 yeah, this is this 1 and 2, and then there's this 261.80, and then we have a 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this is completed at, and then I placed 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 second. Okay, I have removed a few lines just to make it more clear. Yeah, this is 1 and 2, and this is 261 for as a target area for a third wave. And this third wave is most probably extended 1 and 2, and there's another 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and this 1 and 2, I've placed this black Fibo lines. I have measured the 1 and 2. This was a third wave of this internal move here. So a third wave, then a fourth, and a fifth. And the fifth wave was around Fibo 100 completed. Okay, and the same time I've measured with this yellow Fibo lines the whole length from 1 till through 3, and place it at the extreme of 4. And in this case, I should a reversing area around between 32 and 8 and 60, and 32 and 80 and 61.80, and the market reach almost this level. Okay, it misses by 5 pips or 10 pips. It looks like it could have made more, but it's I mean, I cannot say it is because of the spread. It's a little bit more than a spread, because it's around 7 pips for the Great Britain pound Japanese yen. But I think that's the most probable or most correct count. So it means that we are having from this 1 and 2, we have a 3 completed and a 4th wave started. And after this wave is completed, sorry, we will have the final 5th wave of this internal third wave, in my opinion. And then after that, an additional 4th corrective wave will follow, just in order to meet this count 1 and 2. Okay, it may sound a little bit complicated. Yeah, Elliott is not that easy. Yeah, but it's worth to be able to count those waves, because it helps a lot. I've shown this count as well, because I try to count the whole move, and if I take this as a wave and then a second wave as a third wave, I've got a target in this area, and so that is the reason why the market was reacting that strongly in this area. And then I placed that length, this first wave, at that bottom, and you've got a Fibo 100 in the same area. Okay, so it looks like that we had a 1 move, third move, and a 5th move. Okay, I guess this 5th should be a bit longer, because the MACD is getting lower. I mean, is falling a little bit, but it should make a divergence. Okay, based on this moving average convergence and divergence. So there should be another move to the upside based on this daily chart. Okay, because on the daily I've got the level of 157.60 almost. Okay, so we made a strong move to the upside, but the market will need a kind of correction again, and then will start moving again. This is the bat pattern on this daily chart, and you can see if you connect the tops of this bat pattern, this is one top and there's another top. If you connect those tops and you place a line connecting those two tops, you've got a resistance line in this case, or the support line if it's a butterfly pattern. And this line was broken, and the market did a retesting of this line in this area and then started going up. And if you measure this length, so this is like 500 pips, and there is a possible of 500 pips to the upside, and this FIBO 161.80 is roughly 600 pips away from that low. So I guess the market will reach this level. Okay, let me show you the weekly candle, because I don't think I have already shown it today. This is a strong candle, so that should give us a long trade setup. There is a support line on this RSI indicator that might be an early reversal signal for short positions again. Okay, so there are two scenarios. Most probably we should continue this move to the upside. Yeah? But because of this dodgy candle, yeah, there might be some deeper correction again. Sorry. When this correction is completed here, this area, I think we should continue the upward move. So there should be a straight setup for an upward move. Okay, we can place channel lines. If we connect the third is not completed yet. Yeah, the third is not completed yet. But I've got a 1 second. Okay, I will place a channel line for this move here, for this internal third wave, because if this is completed, so that should give me a target for a fourth corrective wave, but it looks like it's already broken. Okay, so it may happen. Yeah, it's not 100% sure, especially on this 1 hour chart. So it's a bit too fast for that. Yeah, good. Anyway, so that was the most important stuff for the Great Britain Pound Japanese Yen. Let's switch to the Euro Japanese Yen. That's the monthly candle. We had a strong reversal in this area, so I do not rule out that the market will react to this reversal signal. Okay, so there might be a short position in the coming week, despite of a strong green candle on the weekly. Okay, this is a strong candle on the weekly chart, so there should be a long. So the long position are stronger. Yeah, you should be looking for a long positions, but because of the situation on the monthly chart, sometimes traders and the market is trying to get a short position at a better price because of this reversal signal. This is a strong engulfing, okay, bearish engulfing. So market may try to be looking for a short trade setups at this area. Okay, but anyway, the 3 hours chart, I wanted to show you, I guess, the 8. Wait a second. I've got it. 8 hours. No. Okay, I've got it. It's on the 2 days chart. This 2 days chart, I think we had a correction here, an A, B, and a C, and this is either a new impulse. It doesn't look like an impulse, to be honest, but it looks like a C wave, which is now we're expecting this A, B, and C being 100% of an A wave in this area. At the same time, we've got a 78.80 level as well in this area, and the MECD broke below the zero line, and those highs on the MECD indicator and on the MECD histogram are lower than this high here. So we may have a convergence at this market. We have a convergence. I mean, it would mean, okay, reversing again and falling again. So as I said, there are some chances for a short trade. Yeah. On this 3 hours chart, up to that level, there were a chance for the continuing of this count to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 5 to the downside. But as you can see, the market broke through this level very strongly. So there is something else happening on that market. Yeah? And I'm asking myself whether this is a new impulse to the upside and there was a correction. This is an impulse, or this is an A and a B and a C to the downside. Okay, so there are two alternative scenarios, and one of them will be the right one. Very simple. Good. I will go to the USD Japanese yen. The monthly candle. There's a resistance line. I have already mentioned it, I guess, a few weeks ago. So there is a strong resistance line, like a trend line. The weekly we've got a red candle on the weekly. There was a support line on the weekly which was broken, but then we had a Bollinger Middle Band. So this is the tricky area. I mean, and not a perfect support line, because a perfect support line should be placed below the Bollinger Middle Band. So you've got a break through the Bollinger Middle Band and through the support line in such a case. And if it's the other way around, then you've got an issue here, because you've got a break, but then you've got a Bollinger Middle Band. Okay, so that's why the market is reacting that way. Okay, and now it's look like we are having a retesting of this support line, of this broken support line, or we are making a B wave. And I think I've got it on this 3 hours chart. I've measured the length of this move. This is a B wave, and yeah, and I placed it at the extreme of the B wave, which could give me a C wave as A, B, and C, and this could be this bigger B. Okay, but this is too short, still too short. I think it should be a bit higher. Okay, but the market has respected this level, has reacted to this level, and you can see very, very, very precise reaction to this FIBO level. Yeah, so here on this 12 hours chart, I placed FIBO lines as well, and I'm checking where this B wave may reverse or may reach. And usually the B wave reaches 61.80 when it's in a zigzag. Okay, but in this case we are at the 50 FIBO level, and so I think, and we are at the this is a moving average 100 on this 12 hours, so it looks like it's already broken. Actually, some kind of retesting, and we may have something around this area. Okay, what I want to say, I think the most probable scenario will be a kind of retesting in this area. Okay, so there should be a chance for a short position. Anyway, good. So that's all for this week. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.